And if you're any kind of husband like you are a friend, you did all right, Jen. You did all right. A very wise Bulgarian man once told me a story about a troll, a Russian troll. Stick with me. This is going to make sense. In Russia, they have this story, this folklore of this troll who comes along and delivers this wand. And with this wand, the people of Russia can do, ask for, and receive anything that they want. The only catch is they have to do 3 selfless acts without thinking about the wand for it to work. 3 selfless acts. Turns out it's impossible. As soon as they're involved in their first act, they begin to think of the wand. Or maybe they even continued and participated in the first and the second, but as soon as they think about the wand and the completion of the third act, they have to start back at 1. And that's the folklore and the story that the Russians use to tell one another to love selflessly and not to have anything in mind and gain. And marriage is a lot like that. My challenge to you two is to love one another so deeply and so well that you're not thinking about your own selfish needs and selfish desires through that love, but to simply just love one another because the other person deserves it. You're now teammates, and you're the best team in the world. And if you don't think of it that way, you're just missing out just a little bit. Philippians 1, 9 through 11 says this, and this is the Message paraphrase. So this is my prayer, Paul says, that your love will flourish and that you will not only love much, but love well. Learn to love appropriately. You need to use your head to test your feelings so that your love is sincere and intelligent, not sentimental gush. He says, live a lover's life, circumspect and exemplary, a life Jesus will be proud of, bountiful in fruits from the soul, making Jesus Christ attractive to all, getting everyone involved in the glory and the praise of God. 3 quick points I have right here. The first charge, the first point, and the first encouragement is to live a lover's life, Paul says. Enjoy one another, inspire one another, serve one another. You are both very talented people, both very creative people. Use that creativity to love, inspire, and charge one another on. The second point is to live a life that Jesus will be proud of, together and apart. Live a life that Jesus will be looked down and be proud of and say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done, my good and faithful team. Get others to join in. Get others involved, Paul says. And finally, he says this, love much and love well. Love often, guys, and make it count when you love. We're not guaranteed tomorrow, but we're guaranteed that today we're going to love one another to the full extent, and we're going to love well. If you guys want to turn and face one another, well, now get to the serious part. James, we're going to start with you. I'm just going to ask that you look into Jen's eyes. Don't get too lost and repeat after me. I, James, take you, Jen, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, until death do us part. And Jen, I'll ask the same of you. Repeat after me. I, Jen, take you, James, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, until death do us part. I have here a symbol of marriage in my pocket. They say that a ring is infinite and it's circular and has no beginning and has no end. And though this is true, it's not just the only reason we wear them on our hands. So I'm going to encourage you to do 2 things. To always wear it, to never lose it. Okay? Very important. But as you wear it, and as time goes on, you're going to dink it, you're going to chip it, it's going to flaw, it's going to fade. But similar to your relationship, though life may throw curveballs and dinks and dunks may happen, it's not broken. It will not break, because in mind, the Creator had that it wouldn't break. Live a life pure. Let this ring be a reminder of that. James, take this ring, put it on Jen's left hand.